Here's a short video on how we took our game, My Eyes, from a simple game jam submission to a full game in Unity. My Eyes initially started as a GameMaker game jam submission. The theme was everything has a cost, and the idea was simple. You wished for laser vision, your head comes loose, and now it could shoot lasers. But at what cost? Well, two actually. One, lasers are hot, so if you don't shoot them, the heat builds up in your head, causing you to eventually burn to death. And two, lasers are hot, so if you fire them, they hurt, and you can only handle so much pain until you are forced to rest and recover. It did alright, winning Best Use of Theme and 6th place overall. People seemed to like it well enough, and we started to get the idea that this is
so crazy it might just work.
But as we continued development, we realized GameMaker wasn't going to allow us to build the game that we wanted, mostly because we didn't know enough about coding shaders to make certain effects a reality, so we needed a new solution. It was off to Unity, a magical place where all of your game dev dreams come true, if you're willing to put in the time, of course. First things first, we needed to replicate the controls. It looked simple enough in the gameplay video, but it was challenging in GameMaker, and even more so in Unity, mostly because we had no idea what we were doing. I started to think,
I've made a huge mistake.
But then we did some YouTubing and looked around Reddit and Unity forums, thank you all by the way, and eventually sorted it out. It still wasn't easy, but it worked. After that, we added lights and particles, which were simple enough thanks to built-in Unity tools. But as early development continued, I ran into a problem. I started to hate this face right here, so it needed changing. Art! That's better. Now back to development. By now my code is a piled jumble of hot garbage, but it works. I don't know how to make it any cleaner, so onward we pressed. Then we added in some checkpoints. I didn't want these. I wanted it to be hard. I wanted people to really get mad when they died. I wanted a game about a decapitated head flying around shooting lasers out of its eyes to be as realistic as possible.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Fortunately, my game dev partner talked me down from that ledge. Now it's time to block out a map. Spent a good chunk of time doing that, going back and forth with my partner to make sure it was challenging but still fun. I felt more comfortable with Unity now and started adding in hazards and other stuff. Realized at this point I had to make more artwork, art being a very relative term here. Then we decided the game needed to feel more alive in a way, so we worked out some interactive elements, which were easy at this point because I felt like a Unity god. Then we added in some music and some screaming, and delighted at how professional the game started to feel. Also, we added a HUD around the player. I didn't want this either. I wanted the players to rely solely on audio and visual cues alone. Again, my partner slapped me in the face and said,
Stop it. Get some help.
It's good to have someone in your life to tell you what you're doing is either wrong or dumb, or both. It was much more enjoyable to play with the HUD. Then I wrote a script, some good old-fashioned internal dialogue for the head.
I can't stay here. I have to keep trying.
And at this point, the game really started to come together. We found an incredible voiceover actor on Fiverr who also did the screaming. Needless to say, having the entire script recorded cost more than $5, but it was worth every penny. Then we added in some more audio, found and fixed a ton of bugs, and reevaluated our personal life choices. I very much didn't want to do this anymore, because it turns out I'm not a Unity god, so I walked away for a while. Alright, back to work. Needs more, we said. Just a little something extra. So we added in a spider, added some parallax elements, wanted branching paths in the game so players could explore a bit. Added a hidden level, added a water level, struggled to create an underwater effect, hated myself for adding this level, learned some important lessons about render textures, finished the level, and loved myself for adding this level. New level ruined the performance because of all the neat stuff we added. We racked our brains trying to sort this out because the profile isn't the most helpful tool in the world. Then we learned that Unity's built-in culling system doesn't stop collisions in code, just rendering. We grouped the game objects together by level and set up a manual culling system that shuts sections of the map on and off depending on how close the player is. Then we added in some basic achievements, smoothed out some final audio, squished a few more bugs, and boom, final build. Oh, it couldn't have been more simple. So, here's the trailer for My Eyes. Enjoy!
I should probably wish for something. I wish my eyes could shoot lasers. I can't stay here. I have to keep trying. It's never enough though, is it? I'm never enough. Have I gone deranged with suffering? It burns when I open my eyes, and it burns when I close them. The pain is relentless.